Hello everyone, my name is Rob. Welcome back to my apartment kitchen. I've had a request to do something healthy that we can cook in a slow cooker. So today I'm going to make some sweet potato, quinoa, and black bean chili. Before we get started though, just had a couple of really quick tips I wanted to share. First off, when you're buying an onion and you want to know how long that onion is going to be able to last, the best way is just to give a quick little squeeze between the root and the stem. If it feels soft at all on either end, it's probably not going to last too long. So, if you're buying a big bag, you want to make sure that they're nice and firm. If you're just making some, French onion soup and you're going to cook it all right away, then it's not really a big problem. You may have to do a little bit of trimming. The other tip I wanted to share is cooking knives. You want to make sure you get a nice chef knife. The wider the blade, the better. You'll be able to use your knuckles to guide where you're cutting, and it's just a lot safer that way. The other thing is keeping your blade sharp. You want to get yourself a nice sharpening file like this, right? And so when you're using this, you want to go the entire length of the blade with each stroke. Now to get the angle right, really easy. You just set your knife on the file, give it a wee tip up until you actually see the point of the blade touching the file. You want to keep that angle the entire length as you sharpen the blade like this. Right, so you want to do both sides alternating back and forth. Just do that a couple of times. It won't take much if you keep your knife sharp. Okay, we've got our prep work done here. So what we've got is 1 cup of dried black beans that I soaked in about 4 cups of water overnight and given them a quick rinse in the steel screen. And here you can see where we've chopped up our vegetables. We've got some onions, some celery, and I did trim up some of the green leafy bits of the celery, some shredded carrot, some sweet red pepper, and sweet potatoes. And to the right there we have some garlic. Above that we got a can of diced tomatoes, 1 cup of dried quinoa. It's just the white quinoa. It does come in different colors and it really doesn't matter which one you use. And a cup of frozen corn kernels. Now my slow cooker is a little on the small side, so if you have a bigger one you can certainly use more ingredients than what I'm using in this recipe. But what I've done here is just taken a little bit of oil and used a paper towel to smear that around all the sides, and that'll help prevent stuff from sticking to the slow cooker. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got everything mixed into our slow cooker. What I've added beyond the fresh ingredients are just some spices. So we've got some crushed red chili peppers, some chili powder, a dash of celery salt, a little bit of ground Jamaican allspice, some fresh basil, and some of our favorite hot sauces. So this recipe is going to be very sweet, so don't be afraid to kick it up a little bit with some savory and some spice. Okay, that's everything into the slow cooker. Now I've got it on high, so it should be done in about 3 hours. Because we're using dry quinoa, a cup of that, we have to add 2 extra cups of water for the quinoa. Also the dried beans, I added an extra 2 cups of water for that as well. So 4 cups of water total, besides the the diced tomatoes and all the water that's going to come out of the vegetables once they start cooking. Slow cooker cooking is probably one of the most exciting types of cooking because we can now go and do whatever we want. You can go to work, go to the park, play some video games, watch some great movies. When it's a nice dark rainy day like today, that's probably a good option, and I think that's what I'll do. So we'll come back when this is done and have a look at it, and we'll see you then. Well, welcome back. It's been about 3 hours now since we got this going. It hasn't been touched, so let's just take a quick peek in here and see how we're doing. Now the quinoa is a very small grain, so it will sink. So what we're going to do is just give it a little stir to bring that up and mix it a little bit more evenly. That looks a little bit better. I'll let you have a look at that in a minute. Yeah, it's thickened up kind of nicely there. It's not nearly as runny as it was when we started. And I'm just going to whip up something real quick, and we'll get back to it. So this is our chili at the 3-hour mark, once it's been given a little bit of a stir. So what I'm going to do is just put the lid back on this and turn the heat down for a bit, and let that simmer while we prepare something else. Alright, so welcome back. What I've got done here now is I've whipped up a little bit of garlic butter, spread that on a bit of rustic bread, and heated up a cast iron. Just putting your hand above the cast iron pan like this, and you can feel that it's hot and ready to go. So we're just going to take this and drop it right in the middle here. And this won't take long at all, just a minute or two for each side. So what we've done is we've just fried that for a minute or so, give it a flip over, sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on there, and turn the heat off, and that's about it. Okay, well that was fun. I got a couple more tips for you here now. If you're like me, I like my chili hot. Not everybody likes it hot, and sometimes you don't want to make your chili so hot that a lot of it goes to waste. So I generally tend to make it a little less hot than I like it, and what I'll do is I'll just spice up my bowl at the end. So how we're going to do that, I'm just going to take a scoop of the chili here, put it into the bowl, and I just cut up some pickled hot peppers, just regular store-bought ones. You can use fresh jalapeno peppers, works really well too. If you're really adventurous and you got some scorpion peppers or something like that, hey, if you like it, that's what you like, right? So I'm just going to put this in here. I'm also going to put a couple of drops of one of my favorite hot sauces. That's probably a little bit more than most people can handle, but I think I'll cope. I'm just going to dress this up a wee bit more. A little bit of shredded cheese. And a dollop of sour cream. And a sprinkle of chives. And of course a piece of our beautiful garlic toast here. So this is the finished product, all good to go. You can see the cheese melting on the top there. All those big beautiful chunks of sweet potato and black beans. Going to be fantastic. Okay, thanks for joining me. That was our vegetarian chili with sweet potatoes and black beans and quinoa. It was really good. I found in this version the black beans were still a little bit crunchy, There are some things you can do, just cook it longer. So we've got it the heat back on the low setting right now, and we'll just let that simmer for a few hours and see how it works. You can also pre-boil the black beans ahead of time, or use canned ones that are already cooked and ready to go. Make sure you get the low salt ones. The salt will actually make the skins a little tougher, so it's not always a good thing with the beans. If you have any other questions or suggestions, anything about this video, please let me know. If you like it, press the like button below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to get updates when we have new videos available. Thanks.